Cleaning the throttle body is supposed to make your car run smoother, not worse. But, many drivers experience rough idle, unstable RPMs, stalling at stops, delayed throttle response, or even sudden surging immediately after cleaning. This leads people to believe they broke something or damaged a sensor. In most cases, though, nothing is broken at all. But many drivers experience rough, idle, unstable RPMs, stalling at stops, delayed throttle response, or sudden surging immediately after cleaning. This leads people to believe they broke something or damaged a sensor. In most cases, nothing is broken at all. What's happening is something most modern drivers have never been taught, and honestly, older mechanics still know it well. When you clean the throttle body, you remove carbon buildup that the engine computer has adapted to over thousands of miles. That carbon was restricting airflow, and the ECU adjusted idle air control, throttle angle, and fuel delivery to compensate. When the restriction is suddenly gone, the computer is out of sync. So, at this point the engine is now getting more air than expected, but the ECU is still operating on old learned values. That mismatch, well, it causes unstable idle hesitation and some pretty unpredictable throttle behavior. This is where the old trick comes in. Before scan tools became common, mechanics had a simple way to force the engine computer to relearn proper airflow. Alright, so the first step here is to make sure the throttle body is completely dry. Any remaining cleaner can cause some pretty erratic airflow, which is definitely not what you want. So, just let the car sit with the hood open for at least 10 minutes after cleaning. Next up, you'll want to disconnect the negative battery terminal. Leave it disconnected for about 15 minutes. This drains any stored adaptive memory and clears those learned throttle values. Honestly, this step is critical and, yeah, it's often skipped, but it really makes a difference. Now, go ahead and reconnect the battery, but don't start the engine just yet. Turn the key to the on position without actually starting the car. Leave it there for about 30 seconds. This gives the throttle plate time to cycle and lets the sensors recalibrate. Go ahead and turn the key off, then just wait for another 30 seconds. Now, start the engine without touching the gas pedal at all. Just let it idle on its own. Don't rev it, and don't shift into gear. Let it idle for at least 5 minutes. During this time, the ECU is relearning baseline airflow and idle control. The idle might fluctuate a bit at first, but hey, that's totally normal. After 5 minutes, go ahead and turn the engine off, then just wait for another minute. Now, restart the engine again, but don't press the throttle. Let it idle for 2 more minutes. Alright, restart the engine again without pressing the throttle, and let it idle for 2 more minutes. Now, go ahead and take the car for a gentle drive. Just, keep your throttle input nice and light. Try to avoid any hard acceleration. Basically, drive normally for about 10 to 15 minutes so the ECU has a chance to fully adapt across different speeds and loads. In most cases, this process will restore a smooth, idle, stable RPMs and a normal throttle response. One common mistake is cleaning the throttle plate too aggressively. Forcing it open by hand on electronic throttle bodies can actually damage the motor or cause misalignment. So, always remember to clean gently. Another issue is vacuum leaks. During cleaning, hoses can be bumped loose. Even a small leak will cause rough idle after service. Dirty mass airflow sensors can also amplify throttle issues. Throttle cleaning increases airflow, and a contaminated MAF sensor may misread it. It's also important to understand that some newer vehicles require a scan tool relearn procedure. The old trick works on many cars, but not all. However, most unstable idle complaints after throttle cleaning are caused by skipped relearn steps, not mechanical failure. However, most unstable idle complaints after throttle cleaning are caused by skipped relearn steps, not mechanical failure. This is why, honestly, a lot of folks end up regretting cleaning the throttle body, even though it's actually good maintenance when done correctly. So, modern engines, they rely heavily on learned behavior. When there are sudden changes, it can really confuse them, at least temporarily. The key lesson here is this: anytime you change airflow, you absolutely have to allow the engine computer some time to relearn. Throttle body cleaning, well, it doesn't damage engines, but rushing the process definitely does. If your car runs worse after cleaning, don't panic, don't replace parts, and don't assume the worst. Follow the relearn process, drive gently, and let the system adapt. This simple old-school method has saved countless drivers from unnecessary repairs and wasted money. If this helped you fix your car the right way, subscribe to Gear Specs for real-world car knowledge that actually works.